This is Sportbike Track here. I'm Max Van.
I'm Brian Van.
And today we're going to put on some driven endurance cups.
On our 2017
Z125 Pro.
Pro. Okay, once again, the series Remove the Ugly and Put on the Beautiful. Now I have two guys who disagree with my blue color choice, even though I know I'm right. I'm committed, I'm in. You guys can judge all you want. Look at these. These are dead sexy. Driven Racing Endurance Cups. Honestly, at the end of the day, this is a beautification piece. This isn't really a very functional thing, but they look badass, right? And that's the whole point. And working on motorcycles is
awesome.
That's right. To do this job, this is super easy, right? Pair of side cutters or something that would allow you to remove a cotter pin. You want to try and do this in a way where you can reuse this cotter pin, ideally. All right, so you see I'm just going to fold it over like so until I'm able to grab a hold of it. And then just kind of slide it out. I'm interested to see how having the endurance cup on there is going to impact, being able to use that cotter pin. Now we need two wrenches. I got a 14 mil and I got a 17 mil, right? We're gonna let the kid run the big wrench. I'll go around the other side. And I'm gonna hold the backup wrench for him. You've gotta there you go, kid, come on. He's only 11, don't be too judgmental. We're gonna get him in the gym here soon. All right, kid?
Yeah.
That's right. To do this install, you could use wrenches like I'm doing right now for the removal process, but as you can see, the reinstallation, a socket is absolutely going to be necessary. I didn't pull out the ratchet and socket for the removal because I kind of wanted to see the kid use the wrench. Mean daddy, going for the trophy. That's right. Once he gets this off, we'll be ready to slide the endurance cup over, and it will shield the nut, right? It'll shield the nut. If you do happen to crash the bike, let's hope you don't. Yeah, it'll kind of shield the nut and perhaps keep it from being damaged, right? Which could prevent removal. That's just going to slide over, like so. Van Man's going to put the nut on. Now I'm going to get him a ratchet and a socket. 17 millimeter deep well is what you're going to need, my friend. You can use a socket to get it started. There you go, that'll work. I'll finish it off for you. We'll just check the final torque on this. That feels pretty good right there. You can use a torque wrench if you want to. As far as the cotter pin goes, right? We could put that back in here. We could. But I'm not going to. I really don't feel that it's necessary. That is a locking nut that's used at the end of the day. This is a little bit of overkill, but that's going to be a personal choice, right? Another thing you could do here, because with this cotter pin, what could end up happening is you get it in there, you're scratching this thing all up. You don't want to do that. Another way that you could get around that, if you want to have that safety net, is to use just a little bit of safety wire. I'm going to go grab some and a pair of pliers, and I'll show you how I would do that real quick. There we go, safety wire. Safety wire pliers. Whether you're a racer or not, right? If you're wrenching on your own bike, you should have safety wire in your toolbox. Hell, if you're doing work around your own house, you should have safety wire in your toolbox at home. There's so much you can do with this stuff. I think it was last week I actually fixed the blinds in my house, right? You know how kids are, they seem to always find a way to destroy things, Mr. Van. And I used safety wire to help hold together blind cords, and it was just an awesome fix. So, don't think it is for racers only. See what I did there? Just kind of twist that in. I've got it on the front leading edge of the axle. Right. I'm going to trim it like so. And then you could take the tail and just kind of wrap it around so that it's not in the way. And when it's time to take this back off, all you have to do is just trim it with a pair of side cutters, just like that, right? Push that tail a little further if you want to, for aesthetic reasons. And that's going to be a whole lot easier to work with when that endurance cup is on than this. Let's head up and do the front one now. We've got to set the front and rear for this bike. Pretty much the same process. So for this time, Van Man's going to hold the backup wrench. And Dad's going to run the ratchet. Go ahead and pull out that cotter pin, like so. You got the 14 on there, kid?
Not yet.
Ready? Okay, you can see this is a locking nut too, so the cotter pin, yeah, they put it on there, so you should probably keep it on there. However, it's not completely necessary. Now, you want to hold that backup wrench. We will torque this down. Got it?
Yep.
Let's set this to the appropriate setting. Click goes the torque wrench, and there you go. If you want to do the safety wire gig or put your cotter pin in, that will be the last thing that you need to do. But now look at this, right? You look at this bike from almost any angle. You see all these really kick-ass blue accents. You got to give it to me, kid. It's beautiful. The blue is beautiful. Wow, that's a lot of judgment. There you go. These are the Driven Racing Endurance Cup install on our
Kawasaki Z125
Pro.